Associate Professor at Universitas Pendidikan, Indonesia, with 24 years of academic service. She specialized in science and biology education and have represented her university in the ASEAN Teacher Education Network since 2017. Her recent work focuses on education for sustainable development, and she has contributed extensively to research and community initiatives promoting ESD across Indonesia. Welcome, Dr. Rini.
Hello, thank you. Good morning,
Nice to
Yanika.
meet you. Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Our next panelist, Ms. Maria Rodriguez. She serves as an environmental education and adaptation Peace Corps response volunteers at Marino Marcos State University, supporting climate adaptation, education, and outreach across the Philippines. She previously worked with the Wisconsin Office of Sustainability and Clean Energy, where she helped lead statewide clean energy initiatives and the development of clean energy plants. With a strong background in public policy and environmental advocacy, she holds dual degree in political science and environmental studies from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Good morning, Ms. Maria Rodriguez. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Thank you. And our next panelist, Dr. Eleni Gonzalez from Marino Marcos State University. She is a faculty member in environmental science and the director of sustainability and futures thinking. Her work focuses on nature-based solutions, ecological engineering, mangrove restoration, and sustainability mapping. She also represents MMSU in the Carbon Neutrality Campus Network, collaborating with experts across Southeast Asia on climate actions. Hello, Dr. Arini.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Nice to meet you. And for our final panelist, Assistant Professor Dr. Pakkanan Jantanavaranon Sompongtham. She holds a Doctorate of Education in Educational Administration and Supervision from St. John's University in New York. She is currently a lecturer in Educational Administration at Burapha University, with research focusing on education policy, educational leadership, and tied education reforms. Hello, Dr. Pakkanan.
Good morning, everyone.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming to join us in this panel discussion. Now I will give the floor to Professor Diaz.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Yanika. So we have our panel, we've known our panelists, and I'm sure you guys who are on Zoom, and of course those who are in the hall right now are eager to ask questions to our panelists. So you can share your questions. I'll be asking you guys to get up and raise a question later on. So you've known them, you know their expertise. So I'm sure you would like to know the specifics. So we call this round the SDG specifics. So each of the panelists will be answering a question for 3 minutes or so, so that everybody would have the chance to, of course, answer. So make it brief, but of course specific. So our question is, what are the SDG initiatives that you are doing, or maybe you've done already in your university or in your department? So who would like to answer first? Maybe we could start with SWU, Sir Piradit.
Yes, thank you. As for our university, since our philosophy is based on the idea that education is for benefit of the society. So currently, we are trying to increase the research project and innovation that related to SDGs goals, including, like education for all, gender equality, and just social justice, but also in other areas as well, because we have many faculties that deal with science, environment, and also law and justice. So currently, we're trying to improve our goal by increasing more funding, including research funding for the faculty members and for the students if they want to participate in any SDG research or SDG projects, because we believe that we should be able to return something back to the society, to our at least to our community within our university and also the area around our university. We have projects including things like we have clinics for people with special needs. We also have projects that improve environment in our university. We also becoming more green university lately with our project because we wish to reduce our use of electricity and use of resources at our university. So in a way, we're trying to be as good in following the sustainable development goal as much as possible. We also trying to incorporate SDG goal into part of our curriculum. So if we do new curriculum for any subjects, we must include at least one aspect of the SDG into part of the curriculum. Otherwise, it won't support the goal. So we are doing both at the university level and at the curriculum level to improve our students and then teach them about SDG. And hopefully, once they graduate, they will be able to incorporate all these ideas back to the real world and do something back to the society. Thank you.
All right, you have given us a lot of things there, sir. And one thing that I actually took down is on funding. So good luck in terms of funding for projects, specifically centering on SDG. And I'm sure all the universities have the same experience or would love to have more fundings for researches, especially centered on SDG. So thank you, sir. Now may we also listen from Dr. Suhendar.
Okay, from UPI, maybe me, Professor Rini. Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you. So in UPI, our university actually has implemented a wide range of innovation to strengthen the integration of sustainable development goals. But actually, maybe we can see in 4 areas. The first one is a curriculum innovation. We embedding the sustainability and ESG in all level of education in undergraduate and postgraduate. And then in the second one, in research and community service, also we are directly address the SDGs issue. And then the third one is a school-based community-based innovation. It's also try to focus on sustainable practices. And the last one is campus lifestyle innovation that we try to focus on. We try to model sustainable behavior and responsible resource use. So we try to integrate all those efforts to ensure that sustainability is not only a thought, but also practices, research, and live within our academic community. Maybe that's all from UPI. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Rini. Good sharing. You have community service and you do have a lot of sustainability practices. Now, may we also have Professor Dozono to share?
Okay, thank you. So our university has conducted many activities in some areas relating to SDGs. So of course, first, so research. For example, since 2010, our university has designated green science and technology as priority research fields. And in 2013, we established the Institute for Green Science and Technology, and much innovative research has been conducted in the institute. And second, of course, education. So in 2023, so we established a new faculty, the Faculty of Global Interdisciplinary Science and Innovation. So I'm a member of the faculty, and its aim is to train people who can solve social issues with other people. And furthermore, in 2025, we launched a special program to cultivate human resources who can advance carbon neutrality. So all students at Shizuoka University can take this program. And finally, so I already mentioned some organizations we established to promote SDGs, but in addition to such organizations, we established, for example, the Center for Promotion of Sustainability. So I'm a director of the center. And also in 2024, we expanded the Office for Gender Equality into the DNI, so Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Promotion Office. They're our efforts to promote SDGs. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. or Professor Dozono. So I got your S&T priority projects, and you're coming up with an Institute of Grain Science and Technology. That's awesome, sir. Hopefully, all universities in Asia and the world will come up with one like this, because that's the thing now. And of course, your special program on carbon neutrality. That is very noteworthy, sir. And I would like to tell you that MMSU also is a member of the Carbon Neutrality Network. So may we have now the sharing of Associate Professor Dr. Pakanat. Ma'am?
For Bulha University, our university is committed to integrate to the SDG into teaching, research, community engagement, and institutions government. Several innovations has been implemented to drive impact to sustainable development. We have 7 important domains for develop sustainable development. First of all, curriculum and teachings innovations, such as quality education. Second, for research and knowledge management for sustainability. And community engagement and local development. Next, digital transformations and technological innovation. And also environmental sustainability to develop SDGs 7, 11, 12, and 13. And equality, inclusion, and gender empowerment. And last, we develop global engagement and partnership to develop SDG 17. For my research project, I did for school university partnerships project to working directly school to develop PLC communication community to improve teacher quality.
Okay, thank you very much. May we request those on Zoom to mute your microphones so we will not be disturbing our speakers. Thank you very much. And please change your names to your, I changed your Zoom name to your first name or last name, and then your university, please. Thank you so much. And we got from Associate Professor Dr. Pakanat from Burapa University that they have a lot of things going on in their university, like teaching research. They also have community engagement, curriculum teaching and innovation, which is which are all related to the SDGs, and of course, knowledge management for sustainability. And this time, may we also listen to the sharing of Dr. Arlene Gonzalez from MMSU, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. For MMSU, I believe we have been doing sustainability-related programs in all aspects of the mandates of the university. However, what we are trying to do now is to align them specifically to the different SDGs so that we'll be able to know how to strengthen and enhance those programs, projects, and policies that we are doing right now. But I think what MMSU is trying to do right now is to strengthen or focusing on how the administration or the governance of the university could create a better environment to foster the implementation of sustainability-related programs. The creation of the Sustainability and Futures Thinking Office, I think, is one of the a good practice of the university, which is being admired by other institutions in the Philippines because its office is specific to doing sustainability-related programs and policies as well. But of course, it's with in collaboration with the other units of the university. Second is we're trying also to refocus or recalibrate the research track of the university, trying to focus more to address global and societal challenges so that we could address most of the SDGs that we are actually trying to target by 2030. And in our extension programs, since we are dedicated to enhance also the life and welfare of the community as our stakeholders, so our MMSU is trying to innovate on how they could help more the community stakeholders so that the impact of the university could be felt more rather than being also rather than having the impacts within the university. So we are trying to somehow extend the impact of the university outside. And of course, with the new leadership of our president, so we're trying to also collaborate and extend or create an impact within Southeast Asia by collaborating with our partner institution in the Southeast Asian region for research, and of course, education programs as well. So I think those are some of just the innovations or the programs and activities that MMSU is implementing or will try to foster as we reach the 2030 end of our Sustainable Development Agenda.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Arlene. So she mentioned to us three things actually. We have there the creation of the Sustainability and Futures Thinking Office, which is a very good practice or a very good strategy for MMSU, recalibrating the research track so that it would gear towards global and societal issues, and of course, looking into the life and welfare of our stakeholders, our very special people in the academe who would definitely help us come up with more projects on the SDGs. Now, we have with us a very special person for actually our Peace Corps volunteer from the United States, Maria, who would also share to us what are the initiatives that she had done and will be doing or are doing actually both in the university and in the institutions that she served. We could learn from her sharing this time. So Maria, please do the honors.
Hello. So I've been working at MMSU since July, specifically working in Dr. Arlene's office in the Office of Sustainable Future Thinking. So I support Dr. Arlene and the Sustainable Development Goals in a few different ways. Primarily, MMSU is an educational institution, so I support the SDGs through education and awareness building, supporting student classes, but also through extension work, working to support education on climate mitigation and adaptation for students, but also for local partners. And then working with the Office of Sustainability and Future Thinking to support their work through long-term strategic planning, helping develop a long-term plan for them. And then also working to develop a online course related to the Sustainable Development Goals, so that students, staff, and local partners are able to incorporate Sustainable Development Goals in their work. So that will be a 54-hour course related to the SDGs that will be accessible online. And then finally, I think SDG 17 is really important in all of our work, and in my work here, especially developing relationships, developing trust, and partnerships is kind of paramount to my work here. And a big part of what I do here is building relationships with faculty, students, community members, understanding that I'm here to support all of the great work that's already happening, and collaborate to build partnerships and support all of the climate adaptation and mitigation work that's already happening.
Okay, thank you very much, Maria. So nice sharing. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to consult our Peace Corps volunteer, you can always contact the office of Dr. Arlene and the office of our president, so that we could actually share the talents and potentials and the skills of our Peace Corps volunteer here, Maria. Okay, soon we will be launching the course on SDG, right? It is a 54-hour course online. So I'm sure our members of the JBTI6 would love to, join us in this particular course. Now, we're done with the first session or the first question. Maybe our audience could write a question and then you can hand it to me so that I could ask the panelists if you would like to ask a specific question to one of our panelists, you may do so. But dear panelists, here is another question. What specific SDG programs are you working on? I am sure there is. So maybe we could call it your niche program or your banner program on the SDG. And I'm sure you also have come up with a way in which you could evaluate the success of achieving this particular SDG in your instance. Would you mind sharing? Let's start this time with Dr. Arlene.
What we're trying to foster right now is on SDG 4. I think we all know that we are new in terms of integrating the concept of sustainable development goals into our curriculum, integrating the concepts of SDG into inside of our syllabus so as to change or somehow enhance or change the perspective of the students in terms of their behavior towards the environment, to other people, and of course to foster innovation to help our economy. This is basically because we wanted to support the aim or the goal of CHET as well to develop green learning and eventually produce what do you call this, the manpower or future manpower with green skills, so that they will be the one who will be driving the green economy of the country or in the future. So right now we are trying to focus on developing the values and the skills of our students towards sustainability, so that in the future, whenever they graduate or go out as well and serve their own individual institutions or companies as well, so it will be an innate characteristic to them give priority or to somehow give importance to environment to other people as well, and of course to give innovative solutions to the problems in the community and to the society. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Arlene. And how do you actually evaluate the success of the program?
Since we are just starting with this what do you call this aim of our institution, but I think in the near future the success would be whenever they will be serving their institution, so they will be someone who would be leading the implementation of sustainability related programs or projects in their institutions, or in their very own way. They don't need to get the instruction anymore that they need to conserve energy or water resources. So they will be more helpful towards building and influencing fellow employees in their company in the future. So that's what we would like to give as a trademark for our MMSU graduate, that they will have this particular good values, putting emphasis on the importance of our environment and society as well.
Okay, no need to tell them this and that. It would become an innate, yes, ability or skill to our students and of course to our stakeholders as well. Okay, thank you, Dr. Arlene. May we move on to Dr. Rini from UPI? Doctor?
Okay, thank you. Actually, just like MMSU, I think UPI, based on our mandate as a leading teacher, education and research university. So UPI also focus on SDG number 4, quality education, and because we know that UPI in Indonesia is one of teacher education, which is still focused on education actually. Integrating sustainability into curriculum at university, faculty, and program level. For example, right now we have compulsory and elective ESD focus courses. For example, biology project for sustainability development, and then science education for sustainable development. And also we have SDGs micro-credential courses. This is a new one, and we will share this to all the students in UPI. Otherwise, we also strengthening the teacher preparation on sustainability and ESD pedagogy. In Indonesia, actually, teaching about, for example, climate change education is a new one. So we are in university also involved in that preparation. And another thing is we conducting national and international partnership, just like this one, to improve our educational quality. But beside the SDG number 4, we also have SDG number 17, partnership for the goals, and then 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and other things. But I think we more focus on SDG number 4. Maybe that's Professor.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Rini. We are also, we have a College of Teacher Education, and definitely we are very much interested in your micro-credentials for teaching environmental science to our students. And maybe we could collaborate on activities like this, Doctor?
Sure.
We would love to have the micro-credential courses.
Yes.
Rescue. So thank you. And of course, JPTI 6, I'm sure, would love to also be a part of this. So that could be another level of cooperation that we can work on for JPTI 6 Consortium. Okay, thank you, Dr. Rini. Now may we listen from Dr. Dozono from Shizuoka University, sir.
Okay, so this question is very difficult because all goals are equally very important for our university. But especially now we focus on goal 13, committing to carbon neutrality by 2050. So our university declared carbon neutral. So we last year we issued a carbon neutral declaration, so committing to achieving net zero greenhouse gas emissions as an institution by 2050. And of course, this goal is very difficult to achieve because to achieve the goal, maybe we need to rebuild the buildings and innovate the buildings, but we are suffering from lack of budget. But to assess the goal, it's relatively easy because what we need to do is to measure the greenhouse emission from our institution. So, other than reducing greenhouse gas emission, we'd like to contribute to carbon neutrality by many ways. So education, research, social collaboration. But in these areas, it's very difficult how we can contribute or we have contributed to carbon neutrality. So it's very difficult. But we are still discussing. So what kinds of KPIs should be set to ensure that our efforts truly contribute to advancing the carbon neutrality or SDGs. Of course, so education is extremely important, but yet it's not easy to determine how students who have learned, for example, carbon neutrality or SDGs actually contributing to promoting SDGs in practice. So after graduating universities, that is our current situation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor. So may we move on to our next panelist. This time it's Dr. Pakanat, please, from Borapa University.
I focus on SDG 4 quality education. How I foster is I would say professional developments for teachers such as PLC, supervision, coaching, and mentoring, teacher development, and how to evaluate of this success. We evaluate this success by student learning outcomes and student achievements, and also impact of teacher training projects and school school partnership or partner school.
All right, thank you very much. And may we also have Dr. Peradette from SWU.
Yes, thank you. Similar to Dr. Dosono, our university try to focus on all the SDG as much as possible with the support from the faculties. But as for my case, at the graduate school, we mainly focus on the SDG 4, similar to everyone, the quality education. However, we focus a lot more on special education and care and training for teachers to go back to the community and help support special ed needs students. We do provide free services for parents who have special needs children. We teach them like how to live in their normal life, how to teach their children to communicate. Depending on the severity of the special needs, some are minor, some are major. So there are different ways we help teach them. We also train teachers to help teach parents, and we also train teachers to help them when they get back to their own school to at least allow them to understand what special needs children or special education children needs in a way that we try to make it as much as possible, that make the education as equally as possible with some limitation, of course. But And we also focus on gender equality issues because we have a lot of students who are from diverse background, the LGBTQ communities. Many of our research projects are focusing on the women's rights or gender equality on women's. Some of them are for teenage mother. I did project for teenage mother before, at least allow them to become part of the community again because they were they were frowned upon by the community. We also another project we are working on is the heritage project. We try to bring back the cultural heritage from the old folks. I wouldn't say old folks, but from one generation to the next because there's a gap between the older generation and the newer generation. So one of the projects we try to foster a way that the older generation can transfer their knowledge on the culture to the newer generation in a way that the newer generation view as not view as something they see as they see as easy to access, not just like old people trying to teach you something, that something that like a media or something that the new generation can appreciate more and allow them to understand more. So those are the projects we are focusing on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Piradette. I heard special education, that's the focus of SWU and some other gender issues. That's a good job for our universities, actually. So inclusive education, so to speak. All right. And of course, for our Peace Corps volunteer, I would like to ask a different question. Maria, if you are one of the presidents of a university, especially probably in the Philippines, what would be your priority project on the SDG? It's just like a beauty pageant question, actually.
Yeah, good question. I think I mean, it's important for me not to say, I'm going to kind of give a non-answer because I don't think it's ethical for me to come and say what I think my priority project should be because it shouldn't be about like me and what my opinion about what a culture that I'm not from should do. But the first step to deciding what the Philippines or a community what action they should take would be to host conversations or engage with the community to decide what actions they should take. So I've had some conversations with students and faculty about what actions they think MMSU should take to reduce their carbon emissions and to increase sustainability on campus. And one common theme that has come up in conversation with students and with faculty is waste management. Students have frequently said that they notice a lot of trash on campus and faculty have said that too. So I think education around proper waste disposal is a good first step for MMSU to take.
Okay, thank you very much, Maria. Hashtag education for wastes. Okay, thank you very much. So for our final question, maybe we could say a few words, message to all who are in the Zoom and who are here in the hall right now, especially related to SDG. Let us now start with Dr. Piradette. Just a message for our participants, especially on SDG. Thank you.
So I hope everyone, how do I say it? It's very difficult to give us a short message, but okay. So for those who thinking about, making SDG something big, it can be something small. It can be done on your own at the local level. It can be done at the national level. It doesn't matter as long as you want to focus on something to improve your community. We believe that you can be related back to the SDG. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Now may we have Dr. Rini.
Okay. Well, actually, as an educator, maybe researcher or innovator or campus operator, it doesn't simply teach about sustainability. It seeks to embed how sustainable practices in how it runs, how it teaches, how it partners, and how it contributes to society. Maybe that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rini. Professor Dozona, please.
Okay, thank you. This question is very difficult. So sometimes I ask students, so whether we can find effective solutions to, for example, climate change, and all students I've asked said, no, we cannot find effective solutions to climate change. So not not all, but some students or younger generations are pessimistic about many social issues. So to promote our collaborations, I hope that we can overcome such pessimism. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. May we also have Dr. Pakanat?
For everyone, we can act and play many roles for develop the SDGs, and for the organizations can act as a hub for sustainable development, and as we can play for visual parts in progress towards achieving the SDGs for the community.
Okay, Dr. Thank you very much. And may we have Ma'am Arlene?
Yeah, the actions for the Sustainable Development Goal, it should not only be for like the administration of the university. Everyone should act. The students, of course, you have to revisit our values. That's the very most important thing that we need, so that for us to really do actions towards Sustainable Development Goals. For the faculty is to, of course, foster and guide the students towards the development of the proper values for our students to somehow realize the importance of putting importance to the care of our environment and respect for the other people as well. And of course, the importance of like trying to bring innovation so as to bring solution to the different problems of our society. You know, the innovations, they don't necessarily be like the rocket science innovations. You can go back to the traditional practices that we are missing to actually do or integrate into our practices at the moment. Maybe those are actually the right solutions for us to bring back a sustainable lifestyle and even to bring back the good quality, the good environmental quality. And of course, for our administration, this is, I think, is the need for every institution is to somehow support, create an environment where it will be easy to implement sustainability programs, projects, and policies so that it will be easier to go or to achieve the path towards a sustainable future. Thank you.
All right, and a 30-second message, Maria?
Change happens at the speed of relationships, and relationships happen at the speed of trust.
Oh, thank you very much. And maybe we could also request our one of our moderators to say a few things, ma'am. Message.
Yes, I believe that we have to help each other in order to improve and also to get the better things for the SDGs in 2030s. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Yanika. So at this point, allow me to, of course, read the text of your certificate of recognition as our panelists today. So certificate of recognition is hereby presented to in grateful acknowledgement of the invaluable services as panelists or panel speakers during the 13th ESD Forum, Education 2030 and Beyond, the role of education in addressing global challenges through sustainable development goals. Given this 4th day of December 2025 at the Center for Flexible Learning, Mariano Marcos State University, City of Batac, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. Signed, Virgilio Julius P. Manzano Jr., PhD, University President. So once again, to our dear panelists, thank you very much for joining us. Our Earth, our shared home, is a treasure of unparalleled beauty, a miracle of life. But today, this miracle is under pressure. So the question is, what kind of legacy will we leave? And of course, our panelists gave us several ways in which we could actually help. This is our fundamental responsibility, and it needs immediate necessity. So join the cause, be an SDG advocate. Thank you very much.
So once again, a round of applause to our moderator, Professor Jeanette G. Dials, and of course to our speakers for our panel discussion. Thank you very much. There are so many insights from them, but we believe that our main goal is to build a world that works for all. So once again, thank you very much. And I believe that we'll have more discussions this afternoon. We'll have the parallel session on social, economic, planet, and peace and partnerships SDGs. So please stay connected with us until the end of the session. So we will resume at 1:30 p.m. Philippine time, please. So before we end the morning session, let's have a photo opportunity, please. We'll have the online participants first and then the in-person participants. So please open your cameras, please. All participants via Zoom, please open your cameras and show us your beautiful smiles. Okay, ready na po? Ready? Okay. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay na. All right. So there you have it. Thank you very much. Also calling the in-person participants, please. Pastilatan. Ma'am. Okay, so we will face the stage for the photo opportunity. Okay.